Ms. Walker, I need to see you. Raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true?
Yes.
All right. You're represented by Mr. Justin White of the law firm Lister, Holt and Dennis. Mr. White is with you here, and you are entering a plea to case 2023 CR 02956, Charmaine Walker, for count 1 battery family violence, count 2 battery, count 3 simple battery family violence, count 4 simple battery, and count 5 trespass with damage. What is your client plea to the offenses before the court, Mr. White?
Count 1 and 5, she's pleading guilty, Your Honor. Other
All
counts
right.
to be merged.
By entering a plea of guilty to count 1 and 5, counts 2, 3, and 4 will merge with count 1. You give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge.
I don't want a trial.
I'm sorry?
I don't want a trial.
No, ma'am. You're giving up the right to have a trial in order to enter the plea.
Yeah.
All right, just listen. So by entering the plea, you give up the right to have a trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to present evidence and testimony, to not incriminate yourself. And ma'am, if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes.
All right. Factual basis recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Also, it's my understanding that the victim, Miss Dominique Trimble, is on the line and wishes to be heard as well.
All right.
On February the 10th of 2022, an officer was dispatched to Drive, Jonesboro, Georgia, where the incident did occur in Clayton County. At that time, the officer was responding to a domestic disturbance call. He met with the victim, Ms. Trimble, who advised, the officer initially observed that the apartment window was broken and shattered, and that he observed blood droplets leading to the front door. That time, the officer met with the victim, Ms. Trimble, who advised that her daughter, the defendant, Ms. Walker, had caused the damage. The victim explained that there had been a verbal altercation initially because her daughter had taken her car and had kept the vehicle until 4 o'clock in the morning. And then when she asked to use it again, she refused to allow her because she had kept the vehicle all night. The verbal altercation turned into a physical altercation as the defendant attempted to close the door on the victim, her mother, and then punched her mother with her right fist.
Ms. Walker, I need to see you. You stay on. This your hearing. I need to see you the whole time. In fact, lower the camera so I can see your whole face. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Janvier.
Okay. The defendant.
Are you laying down in the bed? If you don't get yourself up, I will issue a bench warrant right now.
Laying down, I'm standing up. I'm leaning against the mirror. If I was laying down, I would have been way more comfortable. But
well, sit down somewhere, Ms. Walker.
Okay.
So the defendant was attempting or continuing to swing punches in her mother's direction. At that point, her mother was able to restrain her to stop her from swinging, and then she called the police for assistance. The officer did observe the damage to the window and dents to the front door. Additionally, there was some damage to the victim's vehicle as well, and the officer observed, like I said, the damage to the window, the dents to the front door. Also observed large knot and small scratches on the victim's forehead, and observed the damage to the vehicle that was caused by a green broomstick. And the officer was able to observe paint scratches, dents, and scuffs that matched the green broomstick, and the victim advised that the damage was done by the defendant, Ms. Walker.
Ms. Trimble, before I speak and before they give me the recommendation, does your daughter have any documented mental health issues or behavioral health issues? You have to unmute.
I'm sorry. No, when she was in school, when she was placed on IEP in school, they had her on a behavioral plan as well. But outside of that, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Janvier, recommendation.
Yes, Your Honor, the state was recommending 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for the time that she's already served, the balance to be probated with a fine of $300, family violence intervention program, 40 hours of community service, and no contact with the victim, Ms. Trimble. Counts 2, 3, and 4 would merge. Count 5 would be 12 months probation to run concurrent with count 1, plus any restitution that the victim was requesting. But I believe I understand that she's not requesting any restitution.
Okay. How old is Ms. Walker? How old are you?
21.
All right, Ms. Trimble, where's Ms. Walker living now?
She lives 3 hours away from me
Okay,
in
good.
Atlanta. I live in Pooler.
Okay.
However, yesterday when I had spoke with the victim advocate, because she had asked me if I had wanted no contact, and I told her that's not what I wanted. I wanted to have contact because she has a son that I do have a relationship with that I would like to remain in contact with. So the no contact part, I if my opinion matters in that part, the no contact part, I didn't want. I wanted to have contact because we haven't had an incident with each other since that day.
All right, Ms. Walker, I'm gonna hear from your attorney and then we're gonna have a conversation. Mr. White?
Okay.
Your Honor, I just ask you accept the plea, Your Honor.
Ms. Walker, you're a mom, so you're gonna experience a lot of what your mama has experienced. And if you listen to me, if you allow your child to treat you,
it's not. That's not even.
Ma'am,
the stuff happen with parents.
you're here for whatever
Ms.
I
Walker.
say you're here for.
I'm trying to hear.
All right, I'm not
Ms.
accepting the
Walker.
plea. I'm not accepting the plea. She's gonna do jail time. If she takes the plea before me, she's gonna do jail time.
What do you mean? Because it's like you telling me
If
I'm a mom and
you keep talking,
Ms.
you're
Walker.
gonna do more
Listen,
jail time.
Shemaine, listen, just listen, Shemaine, ma'am, please.
Miss Val,
give me
Miss Camille, I need a contempt order, 20 days.
20
Oh my
days
God.
for what?
Charmaine, just be quiet. This is what
I'm
everybody be
trying
talking
to,
to you
like, I'm
about.
trying to-
Just be
okay.
quiet. Just listen to her and be quiet. Just be quiet. You're never going to like anything that everybody says to you. It doesn't matter.
No,
Just
she
be
grown,
quiet
Miss
and
Trouble.
listen.
See, she grown. No, see, she gonna learn because she
I
out here a
did
single
learn.
mama.
I'm trying to tell you my side
Miss
of the
Walker,
story.
you got your 20 days.
She's not
so you just
asking you.
quiet
She's
for a
not
minute.
asking you for your side of the story. She's just asking for you to listen. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back on mute. I can't hear.
She about to get 20 days for direct contempt before the court. And this is why you're having the problems that you're having, because she thinks she grown and that she doesn't have to be responsible to anybody. But I will tell you that anybody who attacks their mother, takes their car, and then thinks that they don't have to listen to a judge who's trying to put them on the right path, that's a problem. She ain't even good. She ain't even fit to be out here in polite society. I don't want her walking around because she's a danger to others. I don't even think she should have her child. Because if she doesn't know how to act for somebody to benefit her, she can't be a good mom. And I'm just going to say it. I don't care what anybody says. Oh, so she signed off, bench warrant, get it for me. I'm not playing today. She going to learn today. If she can't control herself enough to listen while somebody is trying to talk about the behavior that got her before a judge and 2 days in jail, that's a problem for me. Because what I believe is this little sentence here, she's going to be a problem for probation. I'm not trying to give probation officers a problem. They got enough. So she's not probation eligible. Whatever sentence y'all come up with when she comes back the next time after this bench warrant, it's not going to be probation.
I'm sorry, Jess, because I wasn't trying to get in
No,
the
ma'am,
way of
it's not
what you were
you.
saying. I was just
But
telling her to
she's
be. I was just
grown.
trying to tell her to be quiet.
I
No,
get
I
it.
get it. I was just
You're
trying to tell
a-
her to be quiet.
As a mother, you're trying to save her from herself, but obviously that's not possible. But what she's not going to do is disrespect me or the process. It's not even about me, but it's about the fact that I sit in this role and I have a job to do. And she's not going to have a tantrum on this. She's not. No, ma'am. So there's going to be a bench warrant issued for her. She'll be picked up. You might want to put your name out there to take her child. And the next recommendation is either going to be a trial or she's going to take a plea with jail time, because I'm not satisfied with her being on probation. I don't believe she's probation eligible. I'm not going to put that on a probation officer.